involved were investigated, and it is accounted for. When we did an audit, I had to take over that money with the district attorney as well. They oversaw the whole auditing system. That money was accounted for. That is not taxpayers' money that were involved in the case. So they do not require the township to pay that back. It has to be documented, which it is documented, and that's pretty much where the case was. It's uncommon.
I know you're saying uncommon, Sean, what I'm asking is the money was to be paid back to the people who it shouldn't have been paid.
That is not true. That is not true.
What
the people that are involved and they still live in this township does not want the money back. So that was an agreement, whether it was with the district attorney, but there was no reason for them to want it. That was either a deal, whatever, but the township was not required to pay that money back.
But the money came up missing somehow.
Through, as the chairman said at the time, there were people involved that were going in the evidence room. They found out who they were. There was polygraphs given, and basically they also passed. So again, I'm not privileged to all this. I can assure you that I am comfortable with what information we have is conveyed to the authorities, and they handled it, and it is a closed situation for the township. Again,
they attributed the worst of the problem to rumors, right?
Yeah, and that's the problem. There are a lot of rumors, and the more I found out about it after our investigation and completing the audit of the evidence room, it cleared up a lot of stuff. And again, we had to go to a federal grand jury, testify. There was, again, polygraphs given. One did not take it, from what I understand, and the other ones did all pass. So, but again, it is done. The district attorney knows when they work with me to get that all taken care of. The barcode system, we audited everything, we itemized everything, and it is all documented, and it's with the district attorney. So we're not required to pay any of that back.
Were there two people two policemen actually were kind of forced to retire?
Yeah, I can't. Well, I mean, I don't know. Again, I was not in any way in charge and had rights to that. So I just know the basics, and that's definitely what I know.
I mean, what I heard, and I heard from probably a pretty reliable source, and I talked about it not last month, the month before, that one policeman was kind of forced to retire and made the deal of getting benefits for life. Is that true?
I do not know, and I cannot even comment on something.
Tom, you're laughing here. Do you know about that one?
It's a rumor, just like most of the other
I can't hear you.
It's a rumor like most of the other stuff. So it's half truths and
it's not true then? Okay, so it's not true.
Right, not true.
Okay, well I heard that from a past supervisor.
Rumors, that's how they get started. We know how to get started.
All right, but I'm just saying.
All right, anyhow, we've got to give somebody else a chance.
Well, I got two other things.
Wait, what are we going to do with Friends of Water?
We got to get a price.
We're getting prices now?
Yeah. Two other things, and it's not picking on the police, but I don't know who negotiated their contract. And I'd like to involve and call business agents and unions and everything. And let me know how many get a 4.5% raise per year. That is 18% or more over the 4 years. Frank, what did your union get? Over 3 years?
No, over the past 6 years, I deal in 3-year contracts. Over the past 2 contracts, I received less than 0.5% raise, 10 cents a year. Just this past beginning of the new year, they upped us up to 1% finally, a quarter raise. So I'm well aware with union organized labor contracts for 36 years. I was not part of the board, and yet I may not agree with what went down there.
And the Cannonsburg police, I believe it's 3.5 they get over 3 years. It's uncalled for. And I ain't picking on the cops. Whoever negotiated the contract, it's like we give gifts away here.
Dave,
it's like we give in-house raises.
2 of those board members are no longer part of this board.
And one was a union member.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, Tommy, I'm not talking out my ass, and it's the truth. And I ain't picking on the cops.
Yeah, it's the truth, it's that's kind of beating a dead horse now, that contract was signed back in.
I understand that, but don't we got another union coming up, the Public Works? And they might deserve that, but I don't feel anyone deserves it. You've been in the unions, Bill. You know how the raises go.
I haven't been.
You haven't been in the union, but you've been on the other side. Boss was for him, right?
No.
Where you are now, right?
Yeah, I am now.
Well,
All right, you said you had another thing too. You said you had.
last but not least, 25 years, Tommy, Mr. Puchaney. I heard what he said, and I've told you. And you even asked me, because I guess because I was here, who the judge is. I told Mr. Smith that she's friends with the family and the attorney, how it was going to go. That's how it went. I told him when he came, all you got to do is go to the courtroom and ask her to recuse herself. But now, it's too late. You got a condemned house on the other side of the creek. Tear it down, pay the fine or lawsuit to him, because I will be at the courthouse tomorrow, filing suit on your condemnation.
That could go both ways. Why don't you tear it down and
No. It's you. You put the condemnation notice on there. It's your house, the township's house, condemned. I'm going for health reasons and everything against the township.
And we did it according to the law.
And believe me,
And we'll follow according to the law. You're suggesting we go tear it down and face the consequences, self-help.
Yeah.
Well, we don't work that way.
why don't you? So you're just as bad as him.
Because you
Have
follow
a
the law.
condemned house sit there. Is it going to sit there another 50
I
years?
hope not.
What? You say that every time, Tommy. And you've been here the whole time. You've done nothing.
It's in court.
You've done nothing.
It's in
It
court.
ain't in court. You don't even have a judge at hearing it. It might be filed. He filed an appeal. And that's all Emory does is civil cases.
You know, been dealing with it for a long time.
Well, you got to go and ask her to recuse herself. I've told you, she knows the family and knows the attorney. They're from Cannonsburg. His dad grew up in
You're a
Cannonsburg.
public meeting. And you're making accusations against the sitting judge. You ought to be talking to somebody on the side if you have some information. I'm not saying this is a public meeting.
I told you, they're friends.
The attorney he has now is from North Huntington.
You don't have Derek on him?
No, he picked up an attorney.
Well, when I told John Smith.
When they put the siding on the building, the contractor put a business card in the window, and Andy picked it up and inquired there, and that's his representation. Guys from North Huntington.
All right, Dave, you're going to have to get off the subject of one of our sitting judges, right? Because that was the last thing. It's in court. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. We're not going to exercise self-help.
30 years down the road.
I hope not.
I don't know what's going to.
Anybody else comment or question?